Hi, here's Simon. I'm going to show you the latest installment that I've made for our AI Tools series demo. So here's the subject. It's nova.amazon.com, Amazon Nova. There's a couple of neat things about this, not least of which is the login process. It uses login with Amazon. So there's a ton of, on the front page here, links to other parts of Nova from Amazon and even more developer heavy Amazon Bedrock linking in a new window here, and also this Act, which I will show here in conjunction with some command line AI Amazon Q for CLI to build an application. Starting with the login process. So this is neat, just Amazon sign in. I'm going to use a Territory account because I've already got an API key set up for that. And I will complete two-factor authentication to get in. So it recognizes the name of the account, which is neat. And I'm going to go to this Act portion here. There's this sliding gallery here of different things you can ask it to do. It's very much a regular client-based application, and there's some suggestions here, which is nice to give you an idea about what can be done with generative AI. So this is just working from that suggested prompt, and there we got some assembly language. It's some really pretty hardcore computer science work. That's cool. I would use Amazon Act though, as I mentioned. There's also the references, the sources. Amazon Act, it uses an API key and it automates some browser functionality with this software development kit called Nova Act. What I'll do is I will open up a terminal and I will run the suggested first workflow with this API key and this Python library, the Nova Act software development kit. A terminal. I've got here a folder. It's called Nova Act. I'm going to open up QChat and I'm going to ask it to implement. Select models these days, choose Claude Force on it as the LLM running in the background there. So copy this suggested Python script, and it says, I can see you're working with a Nova Act library to automate web interactions. Your code creates a Nova Act instance starting at Amazon's homepage and then searches for a coffee maker. So it's read the Python done in Python language, and it explained it in natural language, and then we're doing through various automated tasks to generate a code snippet. There's the first one, adding more specific instructions, and then query here, would you like me to help you set up a complete Nova Act project structure, create more comprehensive automation script, install Nova Act if it's not already installed, and debug any specific issues you're encountering. I do already have Nova Act installed, but it would be nice to do that in an environment. So for that natural language. Give it that natural language instruction. Make it write the code for us and actually execute it this time in this folder. So I'll press pause on the video while we're loading here and come back in a minute when there's some code ready to be executed. Okay, that took not very long afterwards, and now I've got this Python script in the directory where I'm working to order a coffee maker on Amazon.com. The important thing here to realize is that we're also going to be using a configuration that allows Nova, this code, to work with the browser, interact with the browser. It's getting really specific here about the coffee maker that we want to build, that we want to order. And they're waiting for it to make that environment and also to use some browser automation. Whilst it's building that code, I've got some code back. I'm going to tell it this time though, because it hasn't picked up on the browser automation to specifically include browser automation in the Python environment. So that with that much more specific prompt, it's got to check some environment variables, and that includes the libraries. Oh, I don't have Nova Act installed. I thought I did, but it's going to create a virtual environment for me that does have Nova Act, this Python SDK library included in it. So I'll just keep hitting yes to these prompts. It's going to get that library. It's going to create the environment. And it's now installed. So now the browser automation, Playwright browsers. So we're getting some scripts to install Playwright library, and it's writing for me a test script to verify everything is working, which hopefully, if it finds it is working, I can then use to actually check out that coffee maker on Amazon. Pretty rapid development process. Some more configurations here. It's also going to use Pydantic. That's a new one. I'm going to say that's fine for this Python script. It's going to be heavy, so there's a lot of redundancy built into this queue. Okay, here we go for the testing. We're going to make it executable and running a quick test thinking. And when we get to the installation, imported successfully, are we going to go through to, and is it going to open up the browser? So let's test first. Oops, yes, it needs that key. So let's give it the key. I do have that stored from before. It's in our administrative folder in our SharePoint. So I'll just populate that in Amazon Q, and I will then ask the script to be continued with it. So here's the key. And then it'll run the test with it. Yep. Okay. We're going through to a browser. There's the browser opening up with this Amazon.com. Now what's it going to do is it's going to insert that. You can see it in the background at the bottom of the screen here. Search for coffee maker. So the browser automation library. Then there it is, populating the coffee maker. And then it's going to hit search. And of course, we can run multiple of these at the same time to speed things up. But there we have a result. Okay. And it does give you information there about what it's doing. My last action was a success. I have searched for a coffee maker, and it's storing the logs from this run. It's taking a screenshot of what it did, and is it able to then open up the cart on one of these up? It's closed the browser, and it's giving us some feedback on the tests. End of session. So pretty successful. What is that? 10 minutes. Plus a lot of configuration that could be done and doesn't need to be repeated. Could be bring that down to a couple of minutes to interact with the e-commerce site. Have a good day.